Hello, and welcome to Look Back, Look Ahead. I'm Frank Calderone. Last week, ending January 31st, the Dow index was up slightly, but both the S&P and Nasdaq indices declined as investors digested the week's economic data. New home sales increased a more than expected 3.6% in December. The median sales price of new homes sold was $427,000, while the average price was $513,600. Durable goods orders were lower in December and revised lower in November due to weakness in the transportation sector. Home prices have increased by 4.2% over the last 12 months, despite elevated mortgage rates. The Consumer Confidence Index declined by 5.4 points from an upwardly revised 109.5 in December to 104.1 in January. The Federal Reserve kept interest rates unchanged at 4.25% to 4.5%, citing, and I quote, "Recent indicators suggest that economic activity has continued to expand at a solid pace. The unemployment rate has stabilized at a low level in recent months, and the labor market conditions remain solid. Inflation remains somewhat elevated." End quote. The first estimate of fourth quarter GDP came in at 2.3%, 2.8% for the year. After four straight months of gains, the pending home sales index decreased 5.5% in December and was broad-based across the four regions of the United States. Personal income increased as expected, up 0.4% in December, while the PCE price index surged by 0.7%, up for the second consecutive month. The employment cost index increased less than expected during the fourth quarter as private industry workers' compensation costs increased less than state and local government compensation. Year to date, the Dow is up 4.7%, the S&P is up 2.7%, and the Nasdaq is up 1.6%. The yield on the 10-year U.S. Treasury bond is 4.56%. Oil closed at $72.53 a barrel. Gold closed at $2,799.28 an ounce, with silver closing at $31.31 an ounce. For this week of February 3rd, Monday we'll get construction spending, U.S. manufacturing data, and auto sales. Tuesday, job openings and factory orders will be reported. Wednesday, we'll get the ADP employment report, the U.S. trade deficit, and U.S. services data. Thursday, initial jobless claims and U.S. productivity will be reported. And on Friday, the employment report, the employment rate, wholesale inventories, consumer sentiment, and consumer credit all will be reported. And as always, we'll keep a watchful eye on these and any other events that may and will shape the markets. In the meantime, if you have any questions with anything you've heard in this video, please give us a call. Also, if you have investable assets of $300,000 or more, we can provide you with a complimentary detailed financial plan. Call for details. We are accepting new clients. This is Frank Calderone from Raymond James in New York. Have a fantastic week. Be well, stay safe, and remember, always look ahead.